Welcome to Illuminati Silver's Inner Sanctum, where we tell you the truth about silver, gold, precious metals, economics and politics. Today is Monday the 28th of January 2019, and we're briefly commenting on a report published by Bloomberg on Friday about Argentina and how it could have some relevance for gold and silver investors. On Friday, an interesting report was published by Bloomberg basically stating that Venezuela's ruler, Nicolas Maduro, was unable to withdraw $1.2 billion worth of gold from the Bank of England, which was held here on behalf of Venezuela. The report indicated that the reason for the refusal was that top US officials, aka Secretary of State Michael Pompeo and National Security Advisor John Bolton, lobbied UK counterparts to cut off the Maduro regime from its overseas assets. It is estimated that the Venezuelan Central Bank holds $8 billion in foreign reserves. The report by Bloomberg stated that, quote, "The UK followed the US and other countries on Wednesday in recognizing Juan Guaido, the National Assembly leader, as the legitimate president of Venezuela. Maduro, an authoritarian ruler who's overseen the country's collapse into economic chaos, refuses to give up power and has the backing of the military. The European Union threatened to recognize Guaido unless a credible presidential election is called within 8 days. The US officials are trying to steer Venezuela's overseas assets to Guaido to help bolster his chances of effectively taking control of the government," unquote. The report also highlighted that, quote, "The Bank of England declined to comment on its handling of Venezuelan assets, saying it provides banking services, including gold custody services, to a large number of customers and does not comment on any of those relationships," unquote. Now, to all of us, or most of us at least, the above seems pretty innocuous, and seems to be the right thing for them to do. After all, Maduro is essentially a pretty nasty and economically inept dictator. However, it cannot nor should not go unnoticed that when a country or person deposits gold or any other asset in a foreign institution for safekeeping, it should be able to withdraw it at will. The fact that in this situation it cannot, one must also bear in mind that if you personally hold any gold or silver deposits overseas in order to avoid possible home government confiscation, there is little to stop governments liaising with each other to either prevent or delay such transfers from taking place. Now, this situation with Venezuela, on the face of it, may be regarded as unique. But then so would a situation if your home government wishes to confiscate your own holdings would be. Now, we are not at all saying you should not deposit your gold or silver abroad, as we do some ourselves. But we would certainly caution you against depositing all of it in one particular country, and would always recommend that you also keep some close at hand too. After all, banks, financial institutions and governments have a very long history of working together, and not always for the benefit of their customers. Disclaimer. Illuminati silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice, and merely represent the personal views of its owners.